So that was the daily driver before this, and then that was a daily driver during like the time between the Mustang and the 4Runner, which the Mustang runs. So and this video is gonna be about the 4Runner. So I figured I would make a video, hopefully not too long of a video, but I've seen a lot of these like topic videos going around about like the Lexus GLX, the 4Runners and stuff like that. So I thought I'd kind of make my own. I think I've made one in the past, but I wanted to make mine. What do I love about this, and what do I still hate about the 4Runner? Stuff has changed with the 4Runner, the look, how it performs and all that good stuff. So let's kind of go ahead and dive into that. First, I'm going to do like maybe a comparison, and I'm riffing off this. It's just basically stuff that I can think of. What I do love about this 4Runner is how it looks. So this, is a 2002, over 20 years old, almost 25 years old, and the vehicle still looks, in 2024, we're going into 2025 here shortly. This is still one of the best looking vehicles, I think, that are on the road. And with that, going to that, I've changed everything from lifting it to adding stuff like the roof rack, the lights, just adding stuff here and there. The headlights, the retrofitted headlights, to kind of give it an updated look a little bit, but still holding that clean look of like, the clear corners with the black housing to kind of blend in with the whole color of the 4Runner. So I've been able to retain a lot of that stuff, but at the same time, giving it more of an aggressive look, I think, in my opinion. So this is, all my opinion. But at the same time, like the taillights, I think, are one of my favorite mods, even though this is the second time that I've switched them. These came out over the summer, and I was like, I gotta throw these on. And this was like the first style I was looking for right when I bought this 4Runner. Was I saw that the 4th gen, the 5th gen, they have these. I don't know about the 2nd, 1st gen. They might have them, I'm not sure. But I was really surprised that no one came out with a taillight that was very similar with a sequential, the LED upgraded technology kind of look, I guess if you want to call it like modern look. I was super surprised that no one did until over the summer, and I was one of the first people, I believe, probably to purchase it. I know I'm the only person at least in Richmond, Virginia, that has it. But just the overall look of this 4Runner, through all the changes, like I said, that I've been able to like cosmetically add to be in my favor, what I think makes it look good, it's still able to retain a great look, even though the vehicle is almost 25 years old. Still very clean looking, and one of the best looking, SUV or truck platforms on the road today. One of the things that I don't like, though, very, very on the, like, I do like the front bumper. It kind of reminds me of maybe like a chin sticking out a little bit, like that. What's that guy off Family Guy? Bottom Tooth or something. It kind of reminds me of that. If you've ever seen that Family Guy kind of segues that they do, I think he's been in a couple. You can't really understand what he says, but yeah, you'll know if you look it up on YouTube. I think it's Bottom Tooth or maybe Google Images, but you'll see what I'm kind of talking about. I do like it a lot, but I don't like it enough to remove the front bumper and put like a metal or steel bumper on, I guess, one of the aftermarket ones. I just don't like the way that they look, so I won't do that to the front or rear. It might make it look a little better. I've seen some really good builds with them on there, and it kind of makes me like, I should maybe invest into that. But, at the same time, I'm like, it's not worth the money to me to go ahead and change it up to where I like it enough. So that's one of the gripes that I have about this 4Runner. Another one is, and stuff that I've done to it, I feel like, adding, a colder intake. I've done that before, but I've reverted back to the factory just because it was just, the check engine light kept coming on, so I didn't want to deal with that. It's how slow they are, and I know that's one of the biggest gripes that maybe turn owners away before buying a 4Runner, especially the 3rd gen. You would think after the 4Runner being out since, I believe, like the 80s or whatever, they would have maybe added at least over 200 some horsepower. This one is right around like 180 something roughly, and it is not a fast vehicle at all. So what you can do is change the gearing in this. It will make it, accelerate faster, I guess, if you want to put it that way. That might be one of the things I might do in the future. I'm not sure. And there is a supercharger option for these as well. I have been almost talked into, but I didn't want to do it. So I've had people jokingly say, "Oh, just put the TRD supercharger on it." And I think it's who's the one that makes? It's the ones that make VMP blowers for the Mustang. Not Magnum or something, Magnesium or something. I can't think of it right now, but they're the ones that make like I think the Roush or VMP blowers. And then you would put it on one of these, and then it apparently makes it a lot faster. How much horsepower, that I don't know. I don't know enough about the 4Runner motors and how much they can hold stock wise and the transmission. So at the same time, I don't want to do that. If I'm going to put a blower on anything, it's just going to be the Mustang right away. So that's the plan for that car. So that's one of my gripes and the things that I can't change about this, besides if I wanted to dump a lot of money into it. The rear gears wouldn't be a lot of money to have done, but at the same time, I'm not really trying to invest into that right now. I think it's, fine the way it is. You just hit the little overdrive button or something, or the ECT button, and you might get it will respond a little faster. But overall, these vehicles are not meant to be fast whatsoever. They're supposed to ride through the trails, better than majority of off-road vehicles anyways. And that's where I kind of want to keep it. So I bet this entire line's looking at me like, what am I doing? There you go. They're all looking at what I'm doing. Envy the 4Runner, I guess. I don't know. One of the things that I do like that I've been able to do is the factory step rails. Once I took them off and replaced them with these, they made it look a little taller, and they look a lot better. So I wasn't a big fan of the rock sliders, the aftermarket ones, until I found these. And they look a lot better. Some people still have, if they're riding passenger or something, they still have trouble getting in and out. There's not a lot of drop down leverage for your foot, but at the same time, I'm kind of a taller person. I don't really need to use them, but when I do, it's not a problem for me. I guess it's just maybe a problem for the passengers, but overall, kind of not. This is more for the driver instead of the passenger, so me. One of the things that I do like that I was able to retain, as I said, the headlights, the retrofitted headlights. I love the way they look, and these are the glass headlights. The factory ones are the glass ones as well. And I love that I was able to retain that, but with the upgraded lighting output. I still get flashed out. People think that my brights are on. They're aimed correctly. I've made sure of all this. I've had it checked twice just in case, because I don't want to be that person. So it's just they're super bright. So when I throw on the high beams, and when people flash at me, they're probably like, oh shit. But yeah, that's one of the things that I really love that I've been able to retain. Another thing that I really love is the interior, the look. It's when you're coming from the Mustang and other vehicles for this, this old of a vehicle or this generation, a lot of the interior parts are going to be cheap. These are not. The worst thing that this does is when you're driving over maybe a speed bump or something, or kind of a little bit of a rough road, you can hear kind of the plastics moving a little bit, but it's almost like that rugged feel that it gives. Maybe some of you might understand what I'm saying. It's not like you hear the plastics in the Mustang or something rattling and all that stuff like that. It's not that at all. It's actually it just feels yeah, it's old, so it's going to make noise. It's like an old house, but all the stuff is sturdy, so nothing's going to break. So that's one of the other things for this. But overall, I think that's where I'm at with this. Not a fast vehicle, but really good vehicle, very reliable, looks great. And those are the only things that I can think of, honestly, for this 4Runner. Looks great. And fuel economy sucks, but hey, sounds good with this exhaust. So I appreciate you stopping by, everyone. Make sure to check out this video, subscribe for future content. I'll try to make more videos in the future, maybe talking about this. But other than that, that's it. Have a good one.